I'm so close to milling nearly 4,000 loaves of bread. I haven't seen human life in Mistria for, oh, hey, March. I am single handedly supporting this town and its fragile economy off bread. How about you? You might be wondering how I got to this point. Simple. I made a challenge to see how much bread I could bake using all the gold I had made up until fall 12 of year 4, just so harvest could remain profitable. In a past video, I mentioned bread was the best moneymaker, and I wasn't kidding. Now I live in bread, breathe in bread, or flour from the mill. And I'm snacking on bread both in game and in real life. It's a paradox all built around bread. If I gave you the entire gameplay, it'd be a wheat growing bread making simulator, which there's probably a market for on Steam. Hold on. There is a market for it on Steam. Anyways, here's my pain and suffering in a very short video. I spent a few days prepping my entire farm before the fall. By summer 27th, I realized March's beloved hoe wouldn't cut it anymore. I didn't want to spend the time mining ores to craft a silver stamina hoe, so I bought a plain silver one at the blacksmith and told March I wouldn't see him again for half a year. I think he took it well. Then I set off into the night, fully caffeinated, and tilled my fields. I don't know why I decided to eat a bowl of fried rice at 1:30 a.m., but sometimes that's just a vibe, you know? On the last day of summer, the attention deficit hit hard. After a long day of tilling fields, I got distracted and lost sight of what I was doing, so I went and picked flowers, cooked jam for no reason, and called it a day. On fall 1, I bought 432 bags of wheat, planted it, and for some reason thought it'd be a good idea to take care of chickens amidst the chaos. Spoiler, it wasn't. On day 2, the weather gods cried over my poor decisions, so I used the day to catch fish still needed for the museum. Fall 3, I hand watered the crops to get a good idea of how much stamina it would take. Fall 4 is when I decided I'd maximize every bit of land possible for growing this wheat. I used the seeds I had gotten, thanks to some lovely farming perks, and dropped the rest of my money on the seeds at the general store. Many days were like this, and part of my challenge to make this more maddening, I decided to live off of last year's cooked bread products, which included loaves of bread, pine shroom toast, and sandwiches. On fall 7, the weather gods cried for me once more, showering my fields with needed rain. I fed my chickens and went to bed at 7 a.m., I myself crying too. Fall 9 was time for the first harvest. I used a rain spell and harvested everything by 11:30 a.m., then went to the mill. I had run out of last year's bread rations fairly quickly and needed more as this challenge took way more stamina than I wanted it to. I sold off the basic bread for more money to buy seeds and carried on. The cycle continued. Buy seeds, plant, harvest, mill flour, bake bread, and repeat. Day 12, I guess I decided to expand my fields even more because what I had wasn't enough. On day 13, I recognized I couldn't give my chickens the care they needed, so I sent them back to Hayden's. Day 15 was another harvest, another day of breathing in flour at the mill till midnight. And after that, I decided I wanted a stamina boost from the day well spent perk for the next day to just make my life easier because I was about to use a ton of stamina with everything I had to water by hand. So I decided to use the last bit of my stamina quickly at 1:40 a.m. by tilling the same tile of soil over and over again. Rushing inside to get to bed quickly, I passed the weather ball and realized tomorrow's forecast was rain. So the stamina boost was for nothing, as I wouldn't have to hand water anything. On day 16, the weather gods cried for me again. I knew I was a disappointment, so I just went to bed. Day 18 was another harvest. I ate speed bread to make me go fast. It was fun. Day 19 was a sad day as I watered my crops by hand. But running through the green orbs thanks to my stamina boosting watering can was satisfying in itself and made life as a wheat farmer a little bit more brighter. The following days, I had wheat growing at different times, so there was always a harvest. Lots of hand watering, bread eating, going to the mill, lots of social isolation until fall 24th. Oh, hey, March. I am single handedly supporting this town and its fragile economy off bread. How about you? And then it was fall 28th. No more wheat left to harvest. Winter came fast, and in winter, I let nature consume my farm as I went to the mill every single day. I saw March one last time in the middle of winter. With a scowl, he reminded me I had places to be. The mill. Anything for you, Senpai. And then it was spring, and every day I ran with a bag of flour over my head and flour dust in my pixelated nostrils. Until spring 4 of my 4th year. The weather gods cried for me one last time. I ran around in circles around my kitchen out of madness and also excitement. Because thanks to NPC Studios' new update, I could now hold the plus button down to cook all this bread. It took me 9 minutes in real time, but I multitasked and noticed something shocking when I checked my YouTube stats. Over 4,000 of you who watch my videos in mid-September haven't subscribed to the channel. If you enjoy cozy chaos and want more tips, tricks, and challenges, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I have plenty more bad yet fun ideas for future video challenges. Anyways, let's talk about getting this bread. My first batch totaled 3,197 loaves. Thanks to a few cooking perks, I got 412 bags of flour back and 197 loaves of extra bread, which were a nice little bonus. I repeated this a few more times and in total made 4,632 loaves of bread. I saved some of the bread with buffs and sold off the rest, bringing our total number of shipped bread to 4,057 and making us 770,000 gold. This journey through the bread abyss has finally come to an end. My farm or sanity may never be the same. If you enjoyed this wild ride of wheat, flour, and questionable life choices, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more cozy chaos. Drop a comment and let me know if there's a challenge you'd like to see me attempt next, or share your ridiculous farming moments. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.